Hey everyone, Anime Abraham here, and welcome back to another video where today we'll be discussing lost media, specifically Dragon Ball lost media. Believe it or not, Dragon Ball has had plenty of lost media over the years, and I think it's time we finally discuss it. To be specific, I'll be talking about the Korean adaptations for Dragon Ball. Believe it or not, Korea actually has a couple of adaptations of the original Dragon Ball anime, and we will be discussing the first live-action adaptation of the original Dragon Ball produced in Korea, Fight Son Goku, Win Son Goku. This film actually holds a special place in my Dragon Ball loving heart, as I first watched the film online when I was 8 years old. Now this was back in the day when I first ate everything Dragon Ball related up. No matter how bad it was, I chewed it up and swallowed it whole without so much as a second thought. So today, I'll be reviewing the Dragon Ball Korean movie, Fight Son Goku, Win Son Goku. As is the case with multiple pieces of lost media, this lost media was eventually found by passionate Dragon Ball fans and posted online. You could easily find the film by searching up Fight Son Goku, Win Son Goku. Unfortunately though, the film is in incredibly low quality, like 240p low quality. Anyway though guys, with that being said though, I'm going to begin the review here. First things first, I'm going to be discussing the differences between this film and the original Dragon Ball anime. As while watching the film again, I pointed out the differences almost immediately, so I'm going to begin with those. The most drastic change that I noticed was Oolong himself. Instead of being a short pig man like he was in the original Dragon Ball anime, instead we've got a 6 foot tall man parading around in a pig suit while wearing an army uniform. And it appears that Oolong's head is actually a mask very similar to Monaka's suit that Beerus wore within Dragon Ball Super. And I thought that was a really neat callback that they did with DB Super and the original Oolong suit seen in the Korean movie. However though, Oolong's differences don't stop there. His abilities also change as well. He can still do his transformations like the original Dragon Ball anime Oolong, but this time, this is where the similarities end, as he can do the Kamehameha. Now I know what you guys might be thinking, Kamehameha? He can do the Kamehameha in this movie? Yes, my friends, he can do the Kamehameha in Fight Son Goku, Win Son Goku, as when they are defeating the Pilaf gang, Goku and Oolong fired their Kamehameha waves together in order to defeat the Pilaf gang. Speaking of the Pilaf gang, there are also drastic changes with them as well, as for some reason in this movie, Nappa is with the Pilaf gang. You heard right guys, Nappa is apparently in this movie and is with the Pilaf gang. How did they recruit Nappa? I don't know, I didn't write this movie. Well, anyway though, Nappa is apparently in this movie and apparently has a samurai ponytail inspired haircut instead of his bald head, and is wearing Raditz's color of armor instead of his original golden armor seen in Dragon Ball Z. Speaking of the Pilaf gang, they performed a similar effect with Emperor Pilaf in Shu, as they are guys in suits rather than just CGI. Speaking of other characters, Puar also suffered dramatic changes as well, as Puar is apparently a plush toy that is moved around like a hand puppet when she is supposed to act in certain scenes. And apparently she smokes in the movie? Now I can kind of understand Bulma smoking, as she smoked in the original Dragon Ball in some scenes, and even in early and late Dragon Ball Z. In the original Japanese version, that is. But Puar, when I first saw this movie as a kid online and even now, I was in for the biggest shock of my life, as I have never seen any Dragon Ball character smoke, let alone Puar of all people. The final difference I noticed in this movie was Goku's original outfit. He still wears his original blue gi like he did in the original Dragon Ball anime, but instead Goku's belt is black and he wears a yellow undershirt with it. Additionally though, Goku does not go great ape in this movie, so unfortunately my fellow Dragon Ball fans, we never get to see the perfect live action great ape. Well, at least there's art to help us fill in the void. I didn't pick up this difference on my initial viewing, but apparently in this movie, Bulma is a brunette in this film. Very similarly to Dragon Ball Evolution. Yes, my friends, Fight Son Goku, Win Son Goku was the start of a trend of turning Bulma into a brunette. I don't know why filmmakers do this, but apparently they always turn Bulma into a brunette. I guess it's because they wanted to appeal more to an American audience rather than just Dragon Ball fans. I don't know. But anyway though, Fight Son Goku, Win Son Goku was the first to start this trend of turning Bulma into a brunette. Other than the characters I mentioned in this video, all of the other characters in this movie are portrayed accurately to their anime counterparts. So next, I'm going to talk about the action in this movie. The action in this movie feels more like a Dragon Ball play, as it's basically your standard punches and kicks all throughout the movie. However though, the special effects are where this movie truly falls flat on its face, as it feels more like a Power Ranger special effect with all the sparks and the explosions going off whenever they perform a Kamehameha, or the standard disintegration when Oolong and Goku defeat the Pilaf gang. But other than that, the action is your typical standard Dragon Ball fray, at least until the beginning of Z, as Z is when Dragon Ball started focusing more on super attacks and transformations rather than just the martial arts aspect of it. So I think the action is portrayed very accurately, but is far too play-like for my taste. But anyway though, that's just my silly personal opinion, and if you like the action in this movie, I'm glad that you can see something that I'm not able to. Next up is the music of this movie. Oh my lord, the music is so bad in this movie that every time I listen to the music on my phone accidentally, I would just go,
"Why are we still here? Just to suffer?"
It's clear that the composers for this film were going for a Chinese aesthetic for this movie, as that was what Dragon Ball was for the time being in the original Dragon Ball. It was filled to the brim with Chinese aesthetics. However though, the developers and the composers went all out on the Chinese aesthetic for this movie, so much so that it made the music sound annoying. However though, I will not play the original music for the film, as I am afraid that I will get a copyright strike if I do so. Anyway though, here is my final score for the movie. I would give Dragon Ball Fight Son Goku, Win Son Goku a 5 out of 10 score, simply because it tried its best, but unfortunately though, there were too many inaccuracies, such as when Nappa appeared with the Pilaf gang, and the music being annoying for my taste. And the music in a film can have a drastic impact on the film's reception for me as a whole, as I have very, very sensitive ears, which means they are tuned more highly and more sensitive, I guess you can say, to certain pitches. Unfortunately though, my ears tuned into the higher pitches of the music, which the music of the film focused on, so that's why I gave it a score of 5 out of 10. But hey, at least the movie tried its best. Anyway though guys, that's gonna about do it for today's video. See you guys later, goodbye, and remember the Anime Abraham Army loves you and will always love you. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. And with that being said though guys, see you guys later, and I'll catch you down the road.